Good morning, gang. Happy Saturday morning. Happy No Kings Day. Yeah, this clown show happens today. I'm going to go have some fun with it. I'm going to go see if I can find the one that's local. If you remember last time, I went to the one up in Middlesboro, Tennessee. This one, I'm going to try to go to the one in Tazewell. Of course, according to their website, it is a non-disclosed location, because obviously last time they had one, there was a larger counter protest across the street. I'm guessing it'll probably be in the same place, but I'll go find it. So if I get a chance to get some good video or anything like that, I will post it, though it'll be later this afternoon because the protest is between noon and 4, so it would be an evening video at that point. But it's kind of funny what they're protesting today. No kings. We celebrate that every year on July 4th. We got rid of the King of England over us, but now the complete lack of knowing where they are, people are going to go out today. It's so funny because they protest billionaires, right? Oh my God, we can't have billionaires. But let's take a look at who the top 5 funders are to the No Kings protest. George Soros. He's contributed $72 million to this. Mark Zuckerberg. He's contributed $50 million to this. Hans-Jörg Weiss, who's a Swiss-born rabble-rouser, if you will, he's contributed $245 million to this. Everybody's favorite loser, Bill Gates, he's contributed $100 million to today. And finally, Mark Benioff from Salesforce, and he's contributed nearly $295 million. But we're protesting billionaires. Yet the billionaires are the ones that are funding all of this crap, paying for the protesters to go places. If you don't, there's literally a company, it's called Riot Inc., that you can go sign contracts with them and they will deliver X amount of protesters for you, to go wherever you want. You want to protest abortion clinics. You want to protest Donald Trump. I feel like Mike Pence all of a sudden. You want to go protest ICE. Call Riot Inc. We'll send anybody, as many people out as you need to do. Of course, you got to pay for it, So anybody that says there aren't paid protesters, that's a bunch of crap, because the company that provides the paid protesters is advertising for paid protesters today. Okay. And we know where the money's coming from because this has all been made public. Isn't that interesting? But then you get the belief that they're protesting. They don't want kings. They don't want a totalitarian government. Oh, okay. So let's just use Zoran Mamdani's campaign in New York to explain a little bit what they do want. We want free buses. Okay. Now you tell me this, with the homeless problem that New York has, if the buses are free and winter's coming, where do you think the homeless are going to go? Oh, I don't know. The bus has something to sit on. It's warm. Gee, there's no room for commuters on the bus because it's now a mobile homeless shelter. I already got a problem with homeless on the subways as is, right? Because they skip the turnstiles and then they crash out in there. But now if it's free, hey, nothing you can do. We want to raise the taxes and make everything subsidized homes. Basically, his plan is to bankrupt private equity, basically individuals or companies, from owning houses or apartments or fourplexes or whatever, and making it all state-run. Okay? How do you think that is? That would be state-run. Totalitarianism. We want to raise the taxes to 52% in New York, right? I guess he's in competition with Gavin Newsom to see who can have the highest tax rate. Can you imagine going to work and the government gets more for your labor than you do? Imagine going to work, coming back from lunch on Wednesday, and you haven't started earning any money for yourself yet. That's what he's talking about, okay? What do you think's going to happen? Everybody's going to leave. It's pretty simple. It's been tried in entire countries. Let's look at, I don't know, the Soviet Union, all the satellite countries, the Eastern Bloc. We could talk about Cuba. Gee, we could talk about Venezuela. We could talk about where socialism has been tried over and over and over again. Let's see. A lot of these illegals we have crossing the border are coming from Venezuela to escape socialism. We had the stories of all the Cuban boat people trying to escape Cuba and come here. We had people in the Soviet Union trying to get out, getting shot. Okay. Hell, in Berlin, they had to build a wall, not to keep people out, to keep people in, right? That's how great socialism is. But no, we're going to protest against totalitarianism, all while we support it at the same time. I mean, these people's pronouns are clueless. It's just, it's going to be funny to go out and see this today. And I know what it's going to be. The crowd. It will be the 20-something, nose ring, purple hair, skinny jean, blow away in a strong wind crowd. And it will be the single cat lady Geritol crowd that's going to be out there protesting. Around here, it's a heavily red area. It'll probably be very much like last time. There'll be 15 or 20 lunatics and 100 patriots on the other side of the street. Last time I went, I got in the mix up in Middlesbrough, and I pretended to be one of them for about 5 minutes just to hear how stupid their comments were. And I mean, there was no arguments whatsoever. They're just like, it's Trump bad. This is it. That was all it was. There was no comment whatsoever about what should be done different. It's not going to be anything different this time. It's going to be funny though, because if it plays out like it did last time and I can stop in, I want to go video from the other side of the street. I'm going to stay in friendly territory. But I want to talk to some of these people, the counter-protesters, and see what they have to say about all this. Because sometimes it's interesting to get another person's point of view, even if they're on the same side, but why they're going to take their Saturday afternoon out. What's important to them? And around here, I will probably hear people say, I'm ex-military, or my kid's in the military. Something along those lines. Very patriotic people here. Most of them. We've got a few lunatic liberals. Most of them are transplants. though I can't say much because I'm a transplant. Okay. But yeah, it should be an interesting day. If I can find this place, if I can get some good video of it, I'll post it later this afternoon so you guys can check it out. Have a good day. Stay safe if you're going to be around any of these things. If you're actually going to be around any of these things, make sure you go with your friend on your hip, because you have no idea when one of these lunatics is going to go, you know what, this would be a good time to do X. Just saying. Pinball out.